Loud voices grab the stage. Quiet ones often fade into the background. Society rewards the bold, the outspoken, the extroverted, often assuming these qualities equal leadership, success, or likability. But this is only one part of the picture. Susan Cain, in her groundbreaking book Quiet, challenges this dominant cultural narrative. She shows that introversion is not synonymous with shyness, social awkwardness, or weakness. Instead, it is a fundamentally different way of engaging with the world, one marked by careful reflection, deep thinking, and a preference for solitude. This isn't just a book about personality types or individual quirks. It's a profound critique of a cultural blind spot, an entire society wired to favor noise and visibility while undervaluing silence and introspection. Cain argues that by overlooking introversion, we miss out on immense sources of creativity, leadership, and human connection. In this expanded discussion, we will explore the misunderstood power of introverts, unpacking what it means for work, creativity, relationships, and leadership. We'll dive into the science, the stories, and the practical lessons that Quiet offers for anyone seeking to thrive in a noisy world. Introversion is not shyness. What exactly is introversion? Many people confuse it with shyness, the fear of social judgment or a lack of confidence. But Cain carefully distinguishes introversion as something very different. It's not about fearing social interaction, but about how individuals gain or lose energy. Extroverts recharge by engaging with others. They thrive on social stimulation, lively environments, and external excitement. Introverts, by contrast, become mentally and emotionally drained by high levels of external stimulation. They restore their energy through solitude, quiet reflection, and low-key environments. This fundamental difference impacts how introverts navigate the world. They prefer meaningful conversations over small talk, deep reflection over rapid-fire responses, and calm environments over chaos. They are sensitive to sensory input, emotional nuances, and social complexity. Cain draws on decades of psychological research to explain that introverts' brains are wired to process information more deeply. They take in more stimuli at once and react more strongly to it. This can be exhausting in overstimulating environments, but also allows introverts to notice subtle details others might miss. For example, one of the stories Cain shares is of a quiet engineer who noticed a critical flaw in a project plan, because he took the time to reflect and question assumptions while the louder team members rushed ahead. This kind of insight often comes from an introverted mind's natural inclination to pause and process deeply. The cultural misunderstanding of introversion as mere shyness or social awkwardness leads to undervaluing these strengths. Introverts may be seen as disengaged or aloof when in reality, they are simply navigating the world in a different, equally valid way. Our culture's preference for extroversion, what Cain calls the extrovert ideal, shapes how schools, workplaces, and social norms operate. From a young age, children are rewarded for quick participation and loud voices. Classrooms are structured around group projects, class discussions, and public speaking. In the workplace, open-plan offices and brainstorming sessions dominate. Social media encourages constant visibility and a never-ending stream of updates, likes, and shares. This ideal equates leadership with assertiveness, intelligence with speed, and charisma with competence. Cain warns that this bias narrows the range of acceptable behaviors and stifles diversity of thought and style. People who don't naturally fit the extrovert ideal may feel pressured to perform extroversion, leading to exhaustion and inauthenticity. Yet history and research reveal a more complex picture of leadership and success. Quiet, thoughtful individuals have changed the course of history in powerful ways. Rosa Parks quietly refused to give up her seat, sparking a civil rights movement. Eleanor Roosevelt influenced policy and public opinion through careful, persistent advocacy. Albert Einstein revolutionized physics with years of solitary thought. These examples show that power doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Cain's point is that when society favors noise over nuance, we miss out on these crucial contributions. The world needs both boldness and subtlety, speed and depth, volume and silence. Introverts and extroverts aren't just opposites. They offer complementary strengths. Extroverts excel in fast-paced social environments. They're risk-takers who thrive on interaction and momentum. They spark energy in teams and are comfortable in the spotlight. Their style works well in roles requiring quick decision-making and collaboration. Introverts bring different but equally vital gifts. They often listen more carefully, think more deeply, and plan more thoroughly. They spot patterns others overlook and think several steps ahead. Their quieter style is better suited to roles requiring focus, creativity, and strategic thinking. Kane explains that introverts flourish in environments where they can work independently, prepare thoroughly, and reflect before responding. For example, a study showed that introverts perform better as leaders when managing proactive teams, those who can take initiative, because the leader can step back and listen, rather than constantly drive the group. This insight challenges the common notion that good leadership means always being the loudest voice in the room. Instead, effective teams balance extroverted and introverted energies, leveraging the unique strengths of each.
In fact, many of the most innovative teams include introverts who provide thoughtful critiques and deep expertise, alongside extroverts who drive enthusiasm and action.
Leadership is often misunderstood as a forceful, charismatic, loud presence. But Kane presents compelling research showing introverted leaders can be even more effective, especially when their teams are proactive and motivated. Introverted leaders tend to listen deeply, reflect before acting, and empower others rather than dominating conversations. This creates a culture of trust, respect, and collaboration. Rather than seeking the spotlight, they create space for others' voices to be heard, which leads to richer ideas and stronger commitment. Kane shares examples of introverted CEOs who lead with calm confidence and deep empathy, steering companies through complex challenges with steady hands. Their leadership style is less about commanding attention and more about cultivating an environment where others can thrive. In today's noisy world, this kind of quiet leadership is a competitive advantage. It cuts through distraction, builds resilience, and nurtures long-term success. Quiet isn't just a tribute to introverts, it's a powerful call to redefine strength itself. Power doesn't always shout. Insight isn't always immediate. The best ideas often emerge from stillness, patience, and those who listen when everyone else talks. If this expanded exploration helped you see yourself or others more clearly, subscribe. In the next episode, we'll explore the 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, uncovering ancient wisdom to break free from self-limiting beliefs and build a freer life. Until then, honor your nature and listen deeply.